Hello, Americans and other friends and subscribers around the world. We're back again and doing our morning coffee and our mountain junkers. You taking the lead for me?
I was just trying to
remind me. My mind's I'll tell you about what's going on around here. But we wanted to do our mountain junker series. Just got back from Moscow night before last at about 11 o'clock. And while we were up there, I'm going to start this off, and this actually didn't sell on Mountain Junkers, and I'm really bummed
that it didn't. Just
that
so
it didn't.
Our followers.
And there's actually a question on it, and I'm going to that we're going to address here in a minute.
I got to get up real quick because I left my questions inside.
Well, you want me to cut it off?
Pause.
Ha ha ha. Okay, now we can continue on. Nope, get back. So, what was I saying now? You completely threw me off. There's actually a question on it. You got it?
Yeah.
You good?
I'm good.
But, the reason that I didn't list this next item I'm going to talk about, and it beat our boots. Our all-time best sell was them boots, and we'll talk about that in a second. But the reason that I didn't list it on Mountain Junkers is I'd used up all my free ones, and so it was costing me 30 cents a listing. You know, you think, oh, 30 cents ain't bad. Well, when you're listing, quite a few items, it adds up fast. So I had backed off, and then I put this item on, and it was bid on before we went to bed twice. And then the next day they started I got a promotion thing for, what was it, 5 cents? 5 cents listings or something for 3 days. So I would have been able to put it on there. But anyway, this item that we got, I picked up at a, man, I don't even remember because I buy these kinds of items all the time. I picked up a whole pile of them. I ended up paying $3 for this pack board, which I thought it was a pack board thing. It's got this crazy strap here and stuff. And I ended up putting this on the Idaho Hillbilly instead of Mountain Junkers.
Make sure it's centered.
So I picked this thing up. Man, I picked up this one and 3 or 4 other different type of pack boards that I figured I would use. I sell them because we do pretty, you get $25-30 if you pick them up right. And I paid $3 a piece. And then I started and I kept on telling, it was funny because they sat out there for a couple of weeks, and I kept on telling Miss Kitty, man, we need to get some pictures of them boards. I know that there's $30-40 a piece at least, and I said there's this one and it might be special. And we might do pretty good on it. So the other day, I was doing something. She's like, hey, I finally got pictures of them pack boards. So I was like, all right. So I sat down and started listing. I started punching in names and numbers and stuff. And lo and behold, we put it on for $49.95. You want to hold things down like this? We got to keep this in the big. This is very special. We put it on for $49.95 midday, and within no time it was bid on for the $50. By the time we went to bed, it was $100. Got up in the morning and it was $175. And this continued on. I had it on for a 5-day auction. And while we were up in Moscow, this sold for $1,005.75 shipped. Yeah! Man, that was awesome, man.
If that doesn't get you addicted, I don't know what will.
Yeah, that's like I said, that is our man, we've had tons of things that we pick up for 50 cents or $1 or whatever and get $300, $400 or whatever, which those are amazing. But that beat our boots. That is in 15 years of doing that. As far as I've sold, we've sold cars and stuff like that, for $8 grand, $10 grand, camp trailers for, But as far as a small item like that and not knowing, this will get. If you've watched my videos in the past, when I showed my folder of, we call it, what is it,
the great ones.
Yeah, the great ones. We have a file of the great ones sells, and this just took the
lead.
Yeah, it's the lead, man. It was so awesome, man. So watch out. And what it turns out to be is this is actually a European one, or the French. It's going to France.
Yeah, it's going to France.
French, I guess. But and it's I don't remember where that name was. It's right there. On the side. Oh, this side. Yeah, this one is a NAFA or NAFI, October 14th, 1942, and this is actually a parachute pan.
Pack tray.
Pack tray, yeah, parachute or pack tray, right? And the parachute goes in here like this, grabs this baby to jump. And it's funny because the one we found, we did see one on there, and I'm like, well, this looks like ours, and it had sold for $850. And I was all, but it had the parachute in it. Well, once I read the description, they just stuffed a pillow in there. Mine, I just put it on just like this, man. Yep. So that was just awesome.
Yep.
So that made us, man, that helped get over the whole, because this, man, I'll be so happy when August is. It's my baby's birthday month, but it has been a nightmare. And we're going to run through this stuff real fast because, I mean, I could sit here and tell you everything. This one's about mountain junkers, but everything that's been going on. But then I got a call last night, and my mom is in intensive care at the hospital.
So we got to go.
Yes, we're gonna run down to the flatlands so I can check on my mommy. So, but we're going to go over this real fast. I'm going to do this video. You want to do the questions or the sales first?
Let's do the sales first.
Okay, so we'll go over what we've sold this last week. It's picked up a little bit, man. And like I said, I slowed down on the listings because it was costing me 30 cents a thing. And then we ran here and ran there and ran to Moscow and all that, so I didn't get a ton on there. We're going to list a few more things on here today. Idaho Hillbilly obviously has been doing amazing. I actually haven't done a lot of sales on there, just a few. But and then our other one's doing pretty good. So anyways, we'll go over what we got here. We sold actually two of these. I had two of these. This is the tractor manuals, 1920 tractor manual, sold for $19.95 plus shipping. I got it. You want to set it?
Oh, it don't matter. Just thought I'd help.
And then your help just being here. And then we got that Sisters on the Fly hat. I knew I could even probably got more, but man, it sold in
fast.
Yeah, within 2 hours or something, man. $19.95 shipped. See how I did that? Yep. All right, and then then I sold a second. We already shipped the other one. Sold a second Ford manual for $19.95 plus shipping. And then we sold this shadow box to
Virginia.
She's our best customer.
Yeah. Upside down.
No, I do.
That's okay. We had shown this on one of our fine videos.
Yep. She loved it. $19.95 plus shipping.
And she's also getting a shot glass that I'm adding into the box.
Yes. Awesome. And then sold this little level wine. I gave this thing away. $20 shipped. Me and him went back and forth on, negotiating. And, I really should have just kept it, put it on flower because Steelhead season's just
so do you feel away. Like that one you were slightly emotionally attached to? Because that is an issue when you're listing stuff.
Well, and especially when it's almost steelhead time. I mean, it's fishing time and stuff like that. And by the time I ship this, what's it going to cost me? $5, $6 to ship it?
Yeah.
So I end up selling this for $12 or $14. That's
depends on how far away it's going.
Anyway, so he got a good deal, man, because it's a nice little level one. But I sold that. Did I say what I sold it for? $20 shipped. And then I sold mine. This is another one I was emotionally attached to that I gave away, but it was a pretty good deal. Plus the shipping they have to pay. Because I do look, when people are making the offers, man, look at what the shipping is, too, and add that, if you were that person. Because, I mean, I don't know what the shipping is on this, but it ain't cheap because it's heavy, it's long, it's, what would you say, $12, $15 probably for?
Yeah, I can't say right off the top of my head. And I remember
at least $10.
That the user ID, I recognize it.
One of our viewers, maybe?
Yeah, maybe one of our
viewers.
But I can't remember what state they were in, so I can't really give you.
But anyway, so stuff like this. But you do, so when I'm negotiating and stuff like that, and if they don't get on there, and man, when they, like I said, when people offer me lowball less than half thing, man, it just gives me an instant attitude. But I ended up selling that for $25 plus shipping. So that was what we sold in the last week on there. Hopefully we get that. Man, we're hoping that September is better than this month. So let's answer a couple questions and get on out of here.
Okay. First question is JDK. Hey.
JDK.
How do you keep track of gas running around and getting, all the things that we do?
We don't. Well, we do. We keep our receipts.
What we do is we keep track of mileage on your taxes. Sole proprietor, you can deduct mileage a business tax return. And that's a whole different animal, starting to talk about business tax returns. If you make less than $20,000 on that goes through your PayPal account, not necessarily just eBay, because other online sales will go through PayPal.
Etsy,
they'll automatically send you a 1099-K that you can use to report your income. This is our income, so everything that we make is reported. But if you're doing a hobby type thing and you're not really selling a lot or making a lot of money, there's some different things the way you can report that income as a hobby income. You're going to have to do your own IRS.
Yeah, we ain't giving
research.
No tax advice.
Yeah, no tax advice. Sorry, guys. I mean, you're on your own.
We'll let you. I mean, when it comes to that season, we'll let you know kind of what we do.
Yeah, and I don't mind sharing what we do, but you need to make your own decisions on
and
that.
And then, the one thing that, I mean, we have more write-offs than we ever claim because, I mean,
well, it'd be ridiculous to
everything.
Right.
But like our trip to Moscow, we went up there and did the last video, went and did the tour up there. But we also, and I'll actually probably do a video in the next day or two, as long as whatever's going on with my mom. But in the next day or two, because we got to go down to the Flatlands for that, and then we got to turn around, come back up, and then we got to go because my cousin's getting married. So I mean, it's just like wow. But like the Moscow trip and stuff like that, we went up there and did the tour, visited with Kevin, hung out and all that, but we also scored some pretty good treasures up there.
Some treasure hunting too.
So it's actually a business trip too.
Yeah, So some of that you could write off.
Yeah, and then I mean, because we keep track of our gas for our fence line, all the different stuff, which we actually use different vehicles, which actually helps too.
But it all is a sole proprietor.
Right. So it really
don't
matter.
It's not like you have separate businesses the way we.
She's my accountant.
I don't know if you're that but okay, next question. Last nice guy. He's waiting.
He's waiting to win his knife. Yeah. And we're slow. Hey, we went over the fight. Yeah, we got less than 500 more. Come on, man, sub.
This one's for you. How do you decide what site to list your item on?
Oh yeah, that's actually the one that I was saying that falls into how the pack. Yeah, for one thing, obviously, and right now it's back at it as of today is. Mountain Junkers is going to cost me 30 cents per item. So I'll probably put 2 or 3 items a day. But I mean, that's, 60 or 90 cents that it's costing me right off the top every day that, but you want to keep everything and even relist, man.
Right.
So, I mean, but you want to keep, like I said, the activity on there. So we'll list a couple of things on there just so we're on there. And I still have, because on the Idaho Hillbilly, we have so many free because it's, so much bigger that, so right now I'm putting the stuff on there. And then the other thing, like when I'm out, I actually pick stuff up, and actually the pack, man, I picked up the pack was 100% for Mountain Junkers, and it's, I try to go along the lines, especially with everybody watching, just to show them, the odd and stuff that you would think is trash, trash to treasure stuff is the stuff I really try to put on Mountain Junkers, the stuff that, anybody, you can go out and dig through somebody's shed, through dumpster, or, whatever. So that's the kind of stuff I focus on that. And then, so then I put most of the other on the Idaho Hillbilly and then the other account that I'm...
I got a little to add to that.
Okay.
If we had something that was kind of an artsy thing, handmade or something, we might choose to put it on Etsy.
Etsy, oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So you just kind of do the research and see where the items are selling the best, and then put it there.
Well, and that's Etsy. The Etsy stuff. A lot of times, I'll put the stuff.
You just need love.
The swamped on, because there's a lot of people that don't like eBay and they only go to Etsy. And a lot of times, if it's something that's swamped on eBay, we'll put it on Etsy too. Yeah, especially books, man. We sell a lot of books on.
Yeah,
Etsy.
and if
we've really fell off the Etsy.
We have.
We've been selling 1 or 2 things a month because we have. It's just like any of them. You've got to give them the attention and stuff. And we do pretty good on Etsy. When we're working Etsy, we do good on Etsy.
And Etsy is a little bit.
Sell a lot of my knives.
It's a lot less expensive to list it on Etsy and sell it on Etsy than eBay. So if it's a lower dollar item, but it will sell.
Yeah, there's more money in your pocket.
We'll choose to put it on Etsy and let it sit there for a couple months until it sells, just because.
Yeah, we don't do obviously as good on Etsy, but I'll tell you what, if Etsy moved and made as much money, I mean, you'd never get.
If you spend as much, if you took all of your time that you're spending on eBay and put it towards Etsy,
right? But you can say that. But you'd have never got
no.
$1,000 for that backpack ever.
You
know, it would have sat there. I mean, I would have never put that on there for never, because I mean, it's buy it now.
Well, and the thing about that pack is we knew that it was special and that it had.
So that's
value.
that's what made us decide to do the auction, and that's because we had a question a couple of times ago of how we decide to do an auction or buy it now when it's a rare and unusual and there ain't none of them on it. That's what I put.
And you can't determine an exact value. There was no way we could determine exactly how much that was worth.
Yeah, because there was some that were similar to it going for $40-$50, which is the common, and then there was that one that was $850 bucks, and we're like, man, we're running this at auction. You know, that's what we do that with a lot of different stuff like that.
Okay, the last one I have here is from Joy Jackson. Hello. She says that they have closed a furniture store and they need to liquidate some larger items, and any suggestions. She asked if we used United States Postal Service for large items. And there are some larger items that are medium weight that are okay to ship that way. You know, a small end table or something, like a lamp. It might be
most time UPS if it's bigger.
UPS
that or
is
U-ship.
Yeah,
like the big furniture.
Right,
for sure.
right. And so that's what I answered the question. You can go back to the comments on the last video and read that there.
And we need to do a
really
thing on the
and
U-ship.
I know that we've said it many times, but you can still ship large, heavy items, selling things on eBay, using different carriers besides
U-ship
what you're used to seeing.
That's like I said, UPS. I don't think we've ever shipped anything with FedEx.
Never. I have never shipped FedEx. Never.
It's every time that we've checked it, it's higher than so I'm not a big FedEx fan.
Yeah. So we've used U-ship, UPS, and United States Postal Service, and local pickup. We've done that once or twice on request. We didn't offer it, but they asked and we complied.
So. Yeah, and we've actually met up with, we've said stuff with Kevin D down before, met them when they're a local thing. Not very often. But, what else was there? But we'll have to do something on the U-ship, and I actually plan on, because I've got that Baja one. I haven't got it done. Yeah, the stove. We still got the stove, the Baja, the rest of the motorcycle motor. We got so much to do. So I said, man, I hope this next month is
a little bit slower.
It's just crazy, man, and it's just, it's stressful, just crazy. Unreal. Well, now hunting season open today.
Like you said, hopefully we're getting, all of this at once, basically, in a row, so that we can have some mellow times.
So anyway, man, good Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise, we'll be back again real soon. Y'all have a wonderful day.